Hello YouTube, and welcome Fins Nation to Fins Temporal Focus. Was making this video to talk about obviously the cut down to 53-man roster, signings, a lot of different things. Of course, the big news is the fact that Jason Sanders is going to be out for at least 4 weeks. He's already been put on the IR. And we're going to get into all that, but as you've seen in the opening little video, the fact that today the Dolphins did release the Rivalry uniforms, and very nice. I really like them. Obviously, not going to be using them that often. It's just for the rivalry games. We'll be seeing them. They'll be debuted the Monday night game against the Jets in week 4. So should be interesting. At least it'll be night. Obviously, doing the going from what I've heard, that it looks black to me, but apparently it is a dark navy blue jersey. But I think they killed it. I've only seen a few. I've seen the Bills. Apparently they were going for some type of ice sculpture thing. Basically white uniforms. But saw them, saw the Jets. I actually haven't seen the Patriots yet. But so far of the ones that I have seen, I really like the Dolphins the best. Not just saying it because I'm a Dolphins fan, because to be honest, this is the first time they've got it right on anything as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I still love the old Dolphins logo. Sorry, Stephen Ross, but I know the new one is your baby, and I know they've talked to Marino and about everybody wants us to go back to the old unis, but including players. But Stephen Ross, at least going by Dan Marino in an interview that I seen, he's like, good luck with that, because it's Stephen Ross's baby. So as long as Stephen Ross is the owner, we're going to be using the new logo and stuff, helmets and unis. But I'm also one of those that I really wish we could go back to the old Dolphins helmets and uniforms. Just, to me, way better. Looks so much cooler. But with everything that the Dolphins have changed, the light teal uniforms, which I don't like. I hated the orange uniforms that they came out with in the I can't remember if that was late 90s. No, it was, yeah, it was 2000s, late 90s. That was Marino's retirement. Gosh, I'm getting old. But yeah, in the mid 2000s, late 2000s, I believe is when the orange came out. Horrible, absolutely horrible. But I think they got this one right. I think it looks really good. Kind of odd with the gray. I believe it's a gray type helmet. But still cool. If you've look at Bradley Chubb's intro. He does a cool intro as well. I really like what they've done with Waddle. That's the reason I used the one that I used for this video. But it's a lot brighter in the Chubb video. And at least I think it was Chubb. 90% sure it was Chubb. And again, it looks like a gray-ish helmet, a dark gray. So not sure about that part. I do like the design of the dolphin on the side. It's really cool. Everything else I really loved about the uniform. Glad that we will be playing on Monday night. Hopefully the humidity will not kill us instead of our opponents, which is what we usually try to do. That's why Miami wears the light colors, is because of the heat in South Florida. But enough on that. I just wanted to say to the Miami Dolphins, I think home run, love the new unis. All right. So we're going to get into the 53-man roster and then going into the Colts game, obviously. Probably some of the most notable cuts for me. I kind of kept track of guys that I really liked this season in preseason. Of course, Matt Dickerson gone. Probably the most surprising was Mike Hilton. We just signed him. Really good slot receiver, and seems like the rookie, which I even done a video earlier in the season on the rookie that we had gotten in the 5th round, I believe it was, Jason Marshall Jr. And they talked like in practice he was doing really well. And apparently he has done well enough. It looks like he's going to be our starting slot corner for the season. So we'll see how that goes. The coaches really seem high on this kid. And because of that, Hilton is gone. Now, we did sign Rajul Douglas from Buffalo. Didn't have any picks last year. 58 tackles, 43 solo, 5 for loss. Nothing to write home about. We also picked up cornerback Juju Brents from Indianapolis. So we did get those guys. Also cut was Graylin, I believe Murphy. I was kind of surprised that Murphy got cut. And then Channing Tindall, the longtime Dolphin. They kept trying to make it work with him, but Channing Tindall is officially gone. He is cut. And I don't think he made it back to the practice squad. So I don't know if anybody signed him or if we even pulled him back up on the practice squad. I'd have to check into that. But of course, like I said, the big thing is the fact that Jason Sanders is going to start the season on IR. So he is going to miss the first 4 weeks of the season. And for us, I think that could be huge. I've talked about it when the schedule came out that it's one of those seasons where I can see us winning 10 games. I can see us losing 10 games. It's going to be very interesting. And with Jason Sanders being out, and our first 4 games is the Colts, the Patriots, the Bills, and the Jets. And I could see 3 of those games coming down to a field goal. So that scares me a little bit. They signed Riley Patterson, to the practice squad. And apparently the way they're going to do this, the way I'm understanding it anyway, is on the practice squad, you can bring guys up and then put them back on the practice squad. Bring them up, put them back on the practice squad. Apparently that's what they're going to be doing for the 4 weeks, so they can still kind of rotate out who they're going to drop off of the roster to bring Patterson up. Now Patterson's a guy who's played with a ton of teams. When I looked up his the teams that he had played with, I usually try to mention, if they played with a couple of teams or whatever, but the list goes on and on and on. He's played for everybody, even a few times where he's played for 2 different teams in a season, 3 different teams in a season. Career-wise, not horrible. It is one of those situations where we got to hope that it doesn't come down to a 50-yard kick at the end of the game, going from what I'm seeing. Because he's 85% overall for his career. He's 93% inside the 20, inside the 30, excuse me. 97% inside the 40. So inside the 40 looks like we're pretty good. Then inside the 50, he drops to 80%. And then from 50 plus, he is only 44%. So less than half of his kicks from 50 plus. And not real good from that 40 to 50 yard range either, 80%. So really hope this doesn't hurt us, especially those first 3 games. Of course, we still don't even know. Jason Sanders may not be back for a longer period of time. They dismissed it. Apparently, he was a scratch for the Jaguars game, and that's why we ended up doing which I think Bailey tried a medium field goal. Wasn't even close. So that worries me. I think a lot of these games can come down to field goals, and not just like game-winning field goals, but I'm just saying getting deep into an opponent's side of the field, and then those field goals are going to be huge, especially, like I said, in these first 4 games. Now, the Bills, I don't think it matters, but the Colts, Patriots, Jets, all 3 of those games, I can see it going either way. And I think field goals are going to be huge. Like I said, I don't think it's going to matter against the Bills because the Bills own us, and until they show me something different, yeah, Josh Allen, still our daddy. But coming off of that, we also signed, which was interesting, Rusi, a tight end that I've really liked him in the preseason. Not this particular preseason, but preseasons past. But Rusi, I believe is his name. What was his first name? Let me go back and see if I've wrote that down. Hopefully I did. Hayden Rusi. We did bring him back to the practice squad, but we signed Greg Dulce. Not sure exactly how to pronounce his last name. From the Broncos. Not much. People seem to be kind of high on him. I'd seen Omar Kelly talk about that he really liked him. Dudley Durong has talked about that he really liked him. I guess I'm missing something, which I'm not a Broncos fan. Don't really watch the Broncos except for when we were beating them by 60 points. It's always nice to bring that up. Anyway, but yeah, we did sign him. Some other guys seem to be really high on him. I didn't really see it. He, at least as far as stats, and then I don't follow the Broncos enough to know maybe he's a really good blocking tight end. Good size tight end. He's 6'4", typical size tight end. So we did pick him up, and then like I said, we picked Kendall Lamb back up, which thank goodness, because we needed some tackle help. And we also got some good news. Devon Achane is going to play against the Colts because we already know that Jalen Wright is going to be out. He's basically going to be week to week. They're not sure what's going on with him. It will open the door for Ollie Gordon. Maybe maybe he can keep his preseason mark going, because if you watched my video a few days ago, by far preseason MVP, Ollie Gordon. So he should get some more touches because of injuries. And I am excited about it. You know, I want to see what he can do. I think he's going to be a very good back for us. But really, that's about it as far as notable cuts and signings and things of that nature. But you know, leave a comment. Let me know. Are you as worried as I am about the kicking situation, and how important do you think it is in these first 4 games? And it could be, I mean, it could be more games, and I'll look at it real quick. See, then we've got, after the Jets, then we've got the Panthers, the Chargers, the Browns, and the Falcons. I don't think it's actually, I think those would be good games for Sanders to come back in. Because other than the Chargers game, I don't think the field goals are going to be as important. I honestly think 3 of those games are winnable games. The Chargers game, I'd really like to see Sanders. So hopefully, maybe he misses the Carolina game. Sorry, not the Carolina game. Carolina Panthers. And that, I can stomach that one, but hopefully he's back for the Chargers game. It's in his hip, and he is having surgery on that, so we'll see how it goes. That is the biggest points that I've really got going into the season. I am interested. I don't know who our starter is going to be. The way they're talking, you got Storm Duck on one side as far as the defensive backs. Looks like Storm Duck is going to be your starter on one side, and Marshall Jr. is going to be your slot. But we still really don't know who is going to be. Probably Rajul Douglas, which makes me nervous. I don't really want him to play the Buffalo game. Maybe I'm just still shell-shocked from last year's safety that we got from Buffalo. So, at any rate, looking like that's probably going to be your starters is Douglas, Marshall Jr., and, of course, Storm Duck. So, we'll see what happens going into the season. But other than that, right now, that is about all I've got. And leave a like, leave a comment, how you feel about the kicking situation, and how you feel about the rivalry jerseys. Do you like them? Do you like what they did this time? I really did. I thought they nailed it this time. Lord knows they haven't in the past. So let me know what you think. And as always, hey, Dolphin fans, please make good decisions. And fins up, baby.